everyone, and welcome to the Freedom Call on Wednesday night. Mr. Ty Best is on the line, and Mr. Best, hopefully your phone is not muted because we cannot hear you speak, but you just might be setting up your Facebook.
Yeah, I am. Good morning. Good evening. Hello, Miss Sheila Abrams, and happy holidays to everyone on the call. Yep, I am here. Good evening. And yes, welcome everybody who joined us on Facebook. To Mr. Ricardo Hamilton, Tia Cox, Mr. Michael L. Delco, Wesley Thompson, everybody on the conference call line as well. The more I want to welcome you to the call, and I'm going to do everything I can tonight to stay as calm as I possibly can. Mr. Delco and I were joking about that today, saying we do everything we can we have to control the excitement, control our energy level to stop appearing like we're just out of control and off the wall, bouncing like we're crazy. This is even 5 years later. We got to work at that process. Yesterday was one of the toughest things I've ever done. And thank you, Ms. Abrams, for hosting this call, by the way. I appreciate it very, very much. Apologize for everyone for running behind, 2 humans behind like I always am. I always try to get everything possibly done. But, Mr. Delk and I was talking about, I said yesterday was one of the toughest days I've had in a long time, because yesterday I made my mind, I said, I'm not going to call anyone. I'm not going to bother anyone on Christmas Day. I'm going to do my very best not to call anyone. If they call me, I will answer the phone. I will be there for support, but I'm not going to call out and disturb anyone's Christmas. I'm going to let them spend their family time. Believe it or not, that was very difficult for me to do. Welcome, everybody. Join us on Facebook, Mr. Berger, Mr. Treadwell, the Gordons, Miss Myrtle Placid, Mr. C.J. Burden. Welcome to all. By the way, when I say it was tough for me to do, is because I have really come to the conclusion, I love doing what I do. I love doing what I do. And the toughest thing for me to do is pull time away. It's tough for me not to do business. It's harder for me not to do it than it is for me to do it. For some people, they feel like networking and what we do to them is work. They're working. And in my case, the hardest work I did was yesterday not call anybody. I made one phone call yesterday. That was to Mr. Dalco. One. That was it. Well, actually, I made 2. I called him twice. Okay, and we talked for a little while. And that was it. And then I got about 3 phone calls. And so yesterday was tough. But the day I was back at it. I was back at making phone calls, calling people, touching base, saying hello. And one of the primary things I do during this time of season, I'm going to get to my topic tonight. One of the primary things I do during this holiday season is I reach out. Like you heard Mr. Don Christian this morning say, he spent yesterday calling 40-something blue dots. And he think he got 5 of them. I think he said 4 or 5 of them decided to get a package yesterday on Christmas Day because he reached out and said hello. And remember that statement I make all the time. I heard Zig Ziglar first say that people don't care how much you know until they genuinely know how much you care. And sometimes this is a great time. You may not have a reason to call them for the last 12 months. But if you've known them and they know you, and all you talked about is go, 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 go to carry bars, this is a good time between now and January 1st to reach out and say, hey, man, Happy New Year, Happy Holidays. Hope you and your family are well and healthy. Don't even bring up, just a side point, don't even bring up carrot bars, especially if you already talked about it 3, 4, 5 times. Let them bring it up to you. Good evening, Ms. Kim Pong. Good evening. Mr. Roy Jr., okay, Miss Madeline Saint, I think. Man, I'm just so excited. Hey, Miss Knight, Miss Larry Bird. Just want to say hello to a few people, Mr. Ronald Martin. So let them bring it up. Okay, take this time out there to reach out and touch and say hello to a lot of folks maybe you haven't slowed down enough to talk with in quite some time. So anyway, let's get to my point. This morning I said the topic this evening I wanted to talk about was the power of your dream while in search of the one. The power of your dream while in search of the one. Because in my experience, it always takes one person to just turn your business upside down, to turn your business around to where it just takes a life of its own. And then you're still working. You're still doing your thing. But that one person seems to be the magic to make everything really start to happen. Okay, which you don't understand why it didn't happen before until that one person got in the group and that one person sort of elevates your belief level, elevates your belief that you can get it done because you found that one that dreams just like you dream. But Mr. Joseph Kleinman reminded me that I said, in order to find the one, you first must become the one. So I want to touch on that first, because what you're looking for is someone who will duplicate what you're doing. So we must first always look in the mirror and say, am I doing what I expect others to do? Am I doing what I expect this one I'm looking for to do? And if everybody on my team duplicate what I'm doing, what would my business look like? You always got to ask yourself that question first. See, some folks will poke around, and it may take them 4 or 5 years to find the one. That's only because they're not doing the things that are required, okay, for them to succeed, period. See, I don't think it takes 4 or 5 years to find one. I think you can find the one your first 90 days in the business. They may not do anything for 3, 4, 5, 6 months, but I bet you find that one very quickly. And it depends on your level of commitment sometimes and what you're doing that gets that one moving right away. You may find that one in the first 6 months in the business, but your lack of focus could also have an impact on that person who could be your number one. So the first thing you must make sure is on track is yourself. You must look in the mirror every day and say, am I following the map? Am I plugged in? Am I a team player? I'm not going to go through those things. Ask yourself all the things that need to be done. So my first thing is definitely, most definitely, okay, let's talk some real things. Do I have a package? Have I registered and got a package? So I got some people on my team right now, who are still playing this game. They're going to get a package when they find somebody who gets a package. When they find somebody who's willing to commit what they haven't committed to do, they're going to get committed. You know what I'm saying? They get in and say they're excited. And then for 2 weeks, they run around. They haven't got a package. They haven't put together $150, $60 to get their own bronze package, much less a VIP. They haven't got one package. It's been in 30 days. They haven't got a package. They talked to some 20 people. What are they doing? Well, this is what I found they're doing. They're waiting to find somebody to get a package. Somebody said, I'm going to get a package tomorrow. Then they're going to call that person. You get your package there, you get your package there, and then they're going to try to sneak in and get their package right before the person get their package. They won't make a simple $200 commitment until they found somebody who's going to make a commitment. And here's the problem with that. In most cases, you don't find committed people until you've made a commitment yourself. So the first question, have you got a package? And then a package you got is an indication of your level of commitment. So you tell a person, I got a bronze package. Hey, look, you do what you can do. Don't hear what I'm not trying to say here. Just because you got to start with a bronze package, that's no problem. But if you've been in 6 months later, you still a bronze, that's a problem. And a person asks you what package you have, you say, I got a bronze. You've been in 6 months, you've been in a year, and that's a problem. Because that's showing a lack of commitment to them. But when somebody asks you, well, you got a package, you don't know what it does to your posture, what it does to your business when you say, I'm a VIP in the program. That means you've made a $3,000 commitment. Now, for the person that's looking for somebody to seriously respond, they say, wait a minute, I sort of got a serious person here. That person's made a you say I'm a VIP. You ain't got to tell me you got a VIP. You did everything, but you just saying VIP is enough. So now you got your total commitment package, silver, gold, VIP. You got that package. Okay, if you came in at a silver, you want to sponsor you 5 silver, come and promote you to VIP. Promote you to gold. So you got the package. So your package indicates your commitment. Depends on who you're talking to now. Because some people going to think $170 is a lot of commitment. You don't believe how many people call me whining because they spend $170 like that's a commitment for a business enterprise that can pay you hundreds of thousands of dollars every single year, and you committed $170 and you crying because you've been in 4 months and you haven't made your $170 back. Okay? There's no way you can have that attitude if you're plugged in. Because once you plugged in, you start learning about business and you start hearing other people on the line talk about their first business. They start with 50 grand or 100 grand or $500,000 or $1 million. And you start a worldwide business operates in 120 countries for $170 or for $3,000. That's even a joke. When you talk to the traditional business person and you tell them, look, when Mr. Dalco sit down and talk to somebody and say he started a business for $400 and now that business pays him over $100,000, $200,000 a year. He has no employees, no overhead. He said, wait a minute. Well, I'm a VIP now. So he made a $3,000 commitment now plus because his wife's a VIP. Anyway, that's not the point. My point is he's totally committed now. And you tell that business person, that your business person, that he's a VIP, his wife's a VIP, his corporation's a VIP, his son's a VIP. The guy said, you put about $10,000 this thing, and it's paying you $200,000 a year. The guy would look at Mike Delco like he's lying. The average traditional business person, nowhere in the world, you got a business out there that's paying you $200,000 a year. You got no employees, no overhead, no place to go. And you operate in 120 countries, license free, for real, for free. When he wanted to plop down $1.5 million for a McDonald's, and the most it would pay them is $150,000 to $200,000 a year, and they got 20 plus employees they're trying to keep it with every single day. They got to run by the store, make sure it's clean, neat, all that stuff all the time. You got to be kidding me. It's our whole business model, man. Anyway, I'm well off track from what I talk about. So, but first, like I said, before I can stop about having the dream and finding the one, you got to make sure you're the one. So then after you made the package commitment, you made the plug, you're plugged in. We know you're plugged in. Why? Because, look, we talk about what we read, we see, and we hear, folks. We talk about, if I'm around somebody in the business and they don't have any conversation with me about carrot bars, then I know they're not plugged in. I know they're not fired up. You can't help but talk about carrot bars. You fired up. My toughest challenge right now is to do a 2-minute three-way. Somebody called me and said, Tyrone, look, I just need 2 minutes. I mean, other people call me, I need 2 minutes. What they tell me is, Tyrone, don't go off. Just give us 2 minutes, a little something, and then we got to go. Okay? I got to go get them started because I go off for 20 minutes on a three-way in a minute. Okay? Because there's so much up here I want to share to accelerate that person's growth. But again, you can't feed a steak to a person just getting started. Or you can't feed a steak to a baby, is what I'm trying to say. And I say baby, not baby in size and age, but baby in understanding of this business and this concept and this model, what we're doing. But you got to get plugged in. Or you plugged in. Or you reading books. Or you listening to CDs. Or you listening to the message. More than one time. Okay, now, I'm going to get off you. Look in the mirror, folks. If those of you who are on this call, if you're on this Freedom Call tonight or day after Christmas, I'm preaching to the choir. Let's talk about the power of your dream. It is your dream. It's the power of your dream that's going to make you find that one. It's going to help you find, that's going to keep you searching for that one. And you got to be crystal clear about what it is that you want. It's like you see my blackboard, whiteboard back there. That's not my dream. That's my goals. The goal is to build this organization to 200,000 people between now and April 1. That's the goal. The goal is to have 1 million plus people in this thing by January. 2 million by January 2020. Okay? 100 plus goal director elites. Goal director elites. That means all those goal directors got at least one goal director. Goal director elites. That's going to put 200 plus goal directors in the program by next January. Okay? That's full-time to grow. Those are goals. That's not my dream. That dream is that thing you got to have that you want. And we spend so much time talking about that, folks, because everything starts with the dream. And if you got a little dream, you're going to put forth a little effort. If you got a little dream, you're going to do a little commitment. If you got a little dream or a small dream, you can't inspire anybody because that's an indication, again, of your commitment and your belief. But when you start to expand that dream beyond self, first you get a big dream for self. You say, I want to get a 10,000 square foot home. I want 6 bathrooms. I want 6 beds in there. I want 6 bedrooms, 6 bathrooms. I want a pool. I want an inside pool. I want an outdoor pool. I want a pool all in common. I mean, my dream home right now, okay, is I want 10 or 15,000 square feet on one level, no stairs. That's a big home. I got to buy the whole property and build it. I don't want an indoor-outdoor pool. I want one pool, all encased in glass, with a sliding roof. So when the sun's out and really shining, I can hit a button and the roof goes zzz, and the sun shines down on the pool. I want the pool heated all year round, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. So if I wake up at 3 o'clock in the morning and say I want to swim, I take my 63, 64-year-old self down there and dive in that nice heated pool and take a swim. I want to get out of the pool and say, I need to sit in the jacuzzi. I want to walk out the pool that's inside in my house on my property and get in the jacuzzi. I said, wait a minute, I don't want a jacuzzi. I want to steam. I want to walk out the pool, walk into the whirlpool, get the jacuzzi, and then say I want to walk over and get a steam. So that when Val said, well, I got to get my hair done, she walked out the pool into the steam room, walked to the salon that's inside the house, and the beautician or the hairdresser comes to the house and does her hair. And the makeup person comes and does her makeup. How big is your dream? I want about a 10-car garage. Well, I want them all in the garage. I want the floor immaculate where you can eat off the floor in the garage. I don't want the garage to look like a garage. I want the garage to look like a new car dealership. Okay? How big is your... That's personal stuff. Okay? I want a helicopter pad in the backyard. So in those times, I don't feel like it's just, catching a limo to the airport, the helicopter pick them up and fly me over to Norfolk. Or they don't have to fly me to Patrick. That's 10 minutes from my house. Okay? They might be... 15 minutes away. I don't know. But I want a helicopter pad back there. So when it comes, it can land the helicopter. I don't know. I might get a place on the ocean where instead of having a helicopter pad, I got a helicopter pad and a landing strip for the private plane. So I can walk out the house and go in the private jet and say, take me down to Atlanta. I'm going to Let's Go Weekend 20. What's your dream? Okay? I want to be so far on the other side of money that it's a non-issue. I mean, my biggest challenge is who I want to give money to and who I want to donate money to. Man, it's great when you walk into a Christmas or any kind of family celebration and you can see all your nieces and nephews and you give them all couple $100, $200-$300, and they just light up like a Christmas tree. What's your dream? Okay, see, I can't say freedom because I've been free for 23 years. Now, I'm just sharing some things. How big is your dream? I dream about that nice Gulfstream 8 with WBW on the wing. That'll carry some 10 to 15 passengers, our own private pilot. He's in the business because, we don't let anybody fly us not in the business. They might want to hurt us or something, so they got to be in the business too. Of course he's going to be in the business. He's going to be in Carabaos all day long, flying our private jet. What's your dream? See, when people see you got a big dream, you know what I love about Harold Sykes? That man has a big dream. His dream can encompass my dream. Mr. Delco and Miss Sherry Brown and Willie Brown told the day, we're on a team where the CEO has a dream big enough to encompass your dream. The question is, can you dream big enough and make a long enough commitment, a strong enough commitment to go out while you're in search of the person who can have a dream as big as your dream? Okay? You can't excite somebody if you're not excited. You can't sell a dream if you don't have a dream. You can't inspire somebody to get a dream if you don't have one. That's why the power of your dream is so important. And it can't be I like to pay the light bill, the gas bill, and buy a new car. That's a tiny dream. The average, hey, look, everybody out there with a job pay the light bill, the gas bill, and got a new car. You got to have a dream that's way bigger than that. That's a great starting point. But your dream, the ultimate dream, your big, magnificent dream, your big, magnificent purpose has got to be bigger than that. And then once you get all those things, think on Mr. Harold Sykes. He got that stuff. He got the Lamborghini. He got the jet plane. He got the Rolls. He got that stuff. So what's his dream now? To change the planet as we know it. How many got a dream that big? So I see Carabaos. When I share this business Carabaos with somebody, I know it gives me the power. I'm not going to do it by myself. But just by sharing this vision with them, of Carabaos International, I desire to help millions of people get out of debt. It puts me in a position to change their life, to help them change their life. I can't do it for them, okay? But I can do it with them. But the first thing is I got to have that dream inside of me. And when that dream inside of me gets so huge, so big, then nothing can get in my way. I won't get deterred because somebody said no, or because somebody got excited and quit, or somebody's upset because they can't figure out how to do some minor, minute thing. The biggest challenge most people have in this business is that the minute issues of life get in the way. And I'm telling you, ultimately, they're minute. As we heard so many pastors say, you either have a problem, you're either leaving a problem, or you're headed towards a problem. You're either in the midst of solving a problem right now, or you're just leaving a problem, or you're headed towards a problem. Once you understand that's life, then nothing phases you. And you learn how to work around all those things. So many people that challenge, and build the business is because all these things knock them off track. They search for the one this week, and something happens, a death in the family, or the dog dies, or the cat dies, or the refrigerator dies, or the car breaks down, and then they don't go back into the search for the next 3 weeks, and they lose 3 weeks of momentum. They lose 3 weeks of activity because they got distracted by life. Okay? Now understand, they say, but that's life. You got to get distracted. No, you don't. I'm going to tell you, I know you don't. Because people die all the time. Dogs die all the time. Cats die all the time. And people still get off their butt and go to work. They go to that job for somebody else 24/7, 7 days a week, 6 days a week, 5 days, whatever's required, no matter what happens. I mean, if somebody passed through your family, you might take a day off, you might take 2 days. If it's a close relative, you might take 2 days off. But see, the job has it so that if you don't show up to work, you don't eat. But Carabao is not like that. This is a volunteer program. It's your business. You're the boss. And some people think the boss means you don't have to work. No, the boss means you outwork everybody else. Ask anybody who's at a business. Ask anybody who's at a business, special business with, let's say, 10 or less employees, and you're the so-called boss. Ask them. Or 25 or 30 or 100 employees. Ask them. Who's there on Friday night when all the employees at 5 o'clock taking punch out and go to the local place and buy them some beer and go hang out? The boss is in there doing what? Accounting. The boss is getting ready for payroll. Because you don't know this. I'm just going to tell you. For the average small business person, you know how the banks operate like this. The banks shut down at 4 o'clock. And as long as you got the money there by 12 o'clock Monday, they cover every check. Why? Because every single bank in America knows they got to cover payroll. And typically takes all day Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, and Monday for the traditional small business to make enough money to cover payroll. Even if they only got 5 to 10 employees. Are they running cash strap? Most small entrepreneurs, which is 80% of business in America, are running cash strap all the time. That's why the bank shut down at 4 o'clock. And anything you do after 4 o'clock, they don't bounce checks and all that kind of stuff. You got till Monday night, typically at 8 o'clock, put the cash there, put the money in there, or deposit the money in there, or to 12 o'clock to have the cash in there, and nothing bounces between Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday, with rare exception. Okay? Because they know what's going on with folks. That's why you've got to have this dream, man. You got to understand what you want. You got to want something so badly that you're willing to climb the highest mountain, go through the deepest valley. You're willing to get knocked down 5, 10, 15 times, just get right back up. Okay? I asked somebody last week, said to me, well, yeah, you're excited about Carabaos because you're at the top. I said, the top of what? I said, let's think about this, the top thing again. Only a novice say that to you. Only somebody don't understand the business. Oh, they'll say something like that. You're at the top. All the people at the top are always excited about the business. No, there is no top. Everything starts with a dream. Mr. Harold Sykes is at the top of an organization close to 700,000 people. It wasn't 700,000 people 8 years ago when he started. It was Mr. Harold Sykes and millions of dollars of debt and a dream. I'm here sitting there with an organization over 50,000 people. It wasn't that 5 years ago. It was me, okay, and a VIP package and a dream. How big is your dream? And what are you willing to go with? And by the way, forget 5 years ago. See, that's a misnomer too. To tell you it's 5 years in Carabaos, but it's 30 years in the industry before Carabaos. 30 years before Carabaos. In this business before Carabaos came along. Now, I've been free for 20 years. I was free 18 years before Carabaos came along. So I've been free for a long time. Almost a quarter of a century now. I mean, man, look. Val and I today, I'm just chatting with you folks. I'm chatting on this day after Christmas. Val and I today came back in. We were exhausted. We said, how do people 60 years old do it and go to work? I said, I don't know, honey. I don't know what they do because all we've been doing today was shopping. We just were out shopping for 3 hours, picking up some things, going to the grocery store, going to Michael's, pick up a couple things. We came back home after 3 hours of shopping. We was exhausted. I can't imagine 3 hours of work or 8 hours of work. We thank God every day that we saw this vision at 20 years old and ran after it. And man, you don't know the hills and valleys. One day I will tell the whole story. The whole story. It's nice to talk about all the trips to Hawaii and all the trips to the Caribbean. But man, you don't understand. I had this dream. This dream was freedom. I didn't care what it took. And every time I thought about quitting, every time I thought about giving up, every time I thought about this too hard, especially in my case, because you got to understand now, folks, make no mistake about it, I had a good job. If there's such a thing, I don't believe there's such a thing as a good job, but I'm trying to speak to layman people who believe there is. I don't believe there is such a thing as a good job. I believe things a decent job, an okay job, and you can have it for a while. But anytime you got to go somewhere 4 hours, you got to sell 46 hours of your time every week. I don't care what anybody says. It's not good. Period. I don't care if you own the job as a dentist, a lawyer, attorney, whatever. It's not good. Anytime your whole income is based on you getting out of bed in the morning, you are a financial disaster waiting to happen. So the big dream here is freedom. And that's why I spend so much time talking about their dream, the freedom, their dream, the freedom. Okay? I mean, my typical day is untypical. And most people still don't understand the day that my life, or Mr. Del, anybody who's been free in networking. Look at Tanisha Glass, like, your day is not a day. You don't have a day. Okay? I mean, my day today was, I think last night at 3 o'clock, I was on Facebook, doing some stuff on Facebook, because I woke up, and then I went back to sleep at 5, and I think I woke up at 8. Then at 8, I was on the phone till the power call. Then I did the power call. I finished the power call, made a few more phone calls. Then fast, I need to run some errands because she's feeling good now. She want to get out the house and go places and do things. So I ran to the post office. And what was I doing all afternoon? I was getting packages. I had about 16 packages, the WWs to send out. So you got those coming to mail for those who might be waiting for their WW pen and some CDs. I sent 16 of those packages out. That's right, I did it. Okay, burned the CDs myself, labeled the CDs myself, while talking on the telephone to people in the business and throwing three-ways and all that stuff, got them all packaged, ran them to the post office, dropped them to the post office, came back home, picked up Gabe a Papa John's pizza. That's my day. Picked up Gabe. He said, Gabe, what you want? I said, I get your Papa John pizza and bring it back home. Got my Papa John pizza, came back home getting Papa John pizza, picked up Valerie, then ran with Val, went out shopping. By the time we came back, it was like 7:45. We was exhausted. Okay? Then I made her some dinner. Put it together real quick in the microwave, made me some dinner, ate that dinner, and passed out for 30 minutes. Now I'm back on this power call. Okay? I said, man, you did a lot. Oh, I don't know. Maybe I did do a lot. But to me, it was nothing compared to having to get up 6 o'clock, 6:30, get dressed, put on a shirt, put on a tie, put on a suit, shave. Notice I haven't shaved and I'm growing my beard back for a while. Okay? And then, go to work, fight bumper-to-bumper traffic, get to work. And then deal with the boss man all day or somebody all day long. And then take an hour for lunch, then do that for another 4-5 hours, then rush back. Man, please. I dream of being free. I dream of sleeping till I'm finished, waking up when I'm finished. Okay? Right now I have people calling me from Africa to Hawaii. That means I'm going 24/7. Okay? I don't have a sleep pattern. I'm asleep, but that's why I say call me when you want to. What's my point, folks? My point is, what's your dream? I hope it's a big one. It's crystal clear. When your dream is crystal clear, okay, guess what? If you take a month and you haven't found the one, first you're the one now. You got to become the one you're looking for. And then you find that one. If it takes you a month to find them, great, fantastic. You're very fortunate. 2 months go by, you still haven't found one. 6 months go by, you still haven't found the one. The one is good. See, it might take you 6 months. Let's go with a year. Let's say it takes you a whole year to find somebody. Now, you're going to set up people in the whole year. You're going to make some money the next year. That's not my point. I'm talking about the big dream. Start to see that big dream start to unfold. Your group go to 100 people, to 200 people, to 300 people, to 400 people, to 500, to 1,000, 2,000. You start saying, oh my God, this thing is really happening. I got 1,000 people there. Okay? See, look, Kevin Thompson, I haven't shaved yet either. Okay, I mean, hey, look, that's what happens when you're free. You shave. I'm going to shave by Let's Go weekend. But anyway, you start this thing. You know how long it's going to take you to find the one? When I got in this business 35 years ago, I found the one within the first 2 weeks of the business. Remember the story now. Nobody came to my first 2 meetings. That I ran to my buddy's house and showed my buddy. He was the one. I call him the one right there. He's not really doing Caraboss, but I call him the one. Because after 3 years of chasing a dream, 3 years of chasing a dream, I still barely made $200-300 a month. And so you understand, I'm not doing what you guys doing, texting, posting, emailing, being on a power call and say, whoo, that was tough. That 35 years ago was get in your car, go see somebody. Everything was toe-to-toe, eyeball to eyeball, everything. You couldn't send a text message to Cape Town, South Africa, ask somebody to get in. Next thing you know, you got hundreds of people in South Africa. You couldn't send a Facebook message to Ghana. Next thing you know, you got hundreds of people in Ghana. You couldn't do any of that in 1983. You couldn't even send a message to your friend on around the corner. You had to go to your friend's house. I remember flying all the way to California to show one person a business. I remember flying to Detroit to show one person a business, and he wasn't there to pick him up at the airport. And we didn't speak for 15 years. Oh, in search of the one. In search of the one. I mean, watch this though. I found the one. 2 weeks into the business, he signed up and then did not do the business. He was a customer though. He bought the product religiously, man. He was a great customer. He's a $500-600, almost a month customer. Every 2-3 months, he was buying $6-7 of product. Okay, at wholesale, but I still got a bonus back. But he was the one, because 3 years later, he got an audio cassette, heard the audio cassette. It turned him on. He said, "Oh my God, this thing's incredible. I didn't know this was all this." And then he went to what? A Let's Go weekend. We didn't call them that. There was a function back then, a dream night. And man, he came back so fired up, and 12 months later, he built $1 million business. What did that mean? Why I say he was the one? Because he's the one that said, okay, it can be done. It can be done. There is one out there. And it elevated my belief even further. It elevated my thinking even further. I started making a little bit of money in the program. Started making $1,000, $2,000 a month, because I was still building. Had other legs going. But it elevated my belief. He was the one to create the turning point. And after that, it was like, I'm on. And I ran and ran and ran. Then I got another vehicle and ran and ran and ran. Okay. After 10 years, one vehicle, we had 2,000 people. Now think about what I'm saying to you. After 10 years in one program, we had somewhere in the neighborhood of 2,500 distributors. After 10 years of chasing that thing 5 and 6 nights a week. Going into Mexico, flying over the country. Invest every dime I had. That's the best we could do. We'll make some money. My best should make $49,000 part-time. That's not bad when you add it to a $100,000 a year job. It's not bad. But that was sweat and blood and tears. Then I said, you know what? My dream is bigger than, $49,000 a year part-time. I'm never going to get this mega cash in this program. I'm a little thick, okay? But I didn't bounce from deal to deal. I stayed with that deal because I understood the importance of credibility, importance of focus, importance of... Anyway, make a long story short, the next day I got in, we had 2,000. Look, the next program, we said we're going to do this program, we had some 2,400 to 2,500 people in 21 months, part-time, and made more money, made some $200,000-300,000. I said, okay, wait a minute now. I'm getting the hang of this thing. When you find an opportunity with no restrictions in the marketplace, that first opportunity, we couldn't even tell people the name of the company. But that second opportunity, there was no restrictions in the marketplace whatsoever. And man, that thing took off. Next thing we want to cover the magazine. We understood, we learned some fundamental things of 10 years of listening to the best in the industry and went out there. We're still chasing the one. Okay, I have become the one, but I'm still looking for the one even in the next deal. Okay, and sure enough, we found the one in that deal too. He was the one. I mean, he turned everything because he exploded and everybody saw, well, we know Tyrone could. Somebody always going to look at you after you've done it and say you got some special gift. So you need to see somebody on your team do it. You need to help somebody succeed. When they saw this one person on our team really succeed, everybody started then believing they could do it. Okay? But I started learning some things about the business, things to look for in a successful opportunity. I said, I see. We've gone about as far as we can go in this thing. Let's take this next journey. And we took the next journey, started next year. In that program, we had over 10,000 people after 12 months. I said, oh boy, I'm learning some things now. I'm getting the hang of this thing now. It's not about me, but I'm learning some things. I'm learning what to look for in companies, learning for timing, learning all these things years and years. We're talking about 15 years into 12, 30 years into the industry at that point. And then the mother lode came along, folks. Okay, now I become the one. Because like I said, in my case, it was easy. I always got one. I always had one because my wife was the first one. Always. Because Val, you guys have no idea her level of commitment that first 12, 13 years in building this business. And she still has it right now today. She still has to do the things she did in that first 12 or 13 years. And nobody here has to do those things. So it's not relevant to my point of my story, except she totally committed. I wouldn't have got free ever. After 12 years in this industry, I wouldn't have got free if it wasn't for her commitment. Okay? That's why she had people asking, what does Val do? I said she do whatever she want to do. If she want to come to a function, great. If she want to speak on the conference call, great. If she don't want to, great. If she want to stay home, lie in bed, and go and call home shopping every day, that's great. Call QVC every day, that's great. Whatever she want to do. It's fine with me, okay, because I'm doing what I want to do, which is be on this phone and help people get their dream. I'm living my dream every day. When I'm helping other people get their dream, so my dream is freedom. My dream is not stuff. All that stuff I talk about getting, that's great. That's stuff. My dream is just freedom. I love to be free, and I love to see other people get free. But in search of the one. And then along comes Kara. Then I was company owner for a decade. I hadn't been in as an affiliate for over 10 years, really just hardcore focus being an affiliate. For over 10 years, then along comes Carabar's November 13. And right away, instantly, the one found us. I can't say I even found the one. Okay? But see, when you're committed and people know your reputation, want a commitment and focus that you don't do things lightly. That you're not going to be in Carabao's a day, and next month you're going to be calling about some weed company. That's why I said it. Okay. And people don't understand how that affects your credibility with people. Okay. When you've been in a company, you've been in 6 deals in 2 years, you can't call back them same people and say, this is the one. Man, you done said it to me 5 times in the last 2 years. Okay. You ain't got no choice but to go find new people, because the people you've known in the past, they are not listening. Now, 2, 3 years later, if you've been in the same company, they might start. That's why some of you right now, your business is starting to take off now. You know why? I don't know what you've been in before. I don't know what you've done before. I don't know anything about your past, but your friends and relatives do. They know you. They know who you are. Okay? Right now, I got a lot of friends and relatives not in the business. Why? Because they know me. They know Ty Best from 1973 or 1974 or 1975 or 1976 or 1977. They don't know this guy who changed after 1983 when he got in there. They don't know this guy you're listening to. They don't know this guy who's read now some 1,000+ books on success and attitude and sales and communicate. They don't know this guy. They don't know this guy who spoke to thousands of people all over the world. They don't know this author who's written 4 books. They don't know this guy. They know the guy they hung out with in college and say, pass that thing. You know what I'm talking about, for those who didn't know. They know that guy. Okay? I'm just being real with you tonight. They know that guy. They know the guy who says, hey, man, don't drink it all. You know, leave something. They know that guy. Okay? They know that guy with the foul language, every other word. They know that guy. Okay? They don't know this guy. So when this guy call them, they still see me from high school or elementary school or college. They don't know this guy. Your friends the same way. So you're searching one. A lot of times you got to go find the one, and one's going to be a stranger. And so even when I got in Carabao's, okay, I get this phone call. Now I'm running. I'm not waiting for anything. I'm not running. I'm running. I'm responsible, man. And then this guy called me and said, I want in. I heard you were in. Why? The guy only met me one time in 1996. That's Mr. Dalco's sponsor. 20 years later, now we're talking about like almost 20 years later, 1996 to 2013, this dude, 17 years later, he calls me. When I met him, he was a young man, 22, 23 years old. Now he's 40. He said, man, I heard you in Carabao's. I want again. Will you sponsor me? I said, yes, I will. Serendipitous thing follows commitment. Okay? And he got in. And then he made a phone call and sponsored Mr. Delco. Mr. Delco got in. And Mr. Delco came, okay, here's the one. Because see, nobody's impressed. If I tell somebody I made 40 grand last month, they go, so what, Tom? You always going to think you were born to do this, blah, 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 whatever. They don't care. But boy, see, you're not telling Mr. Delco's story. So I tell his story 10, 15 times a day. I tell his story every 3-way. I tell him on Nisha's story every 3, almost everybody I talk to, every new person I talk to. The first story I tell him is Mr. Michael. Hey, let me tell you about Mr. Michael Delco. I don't tell him my story. They go, man, Tyrone, you've been doing this forever. You good at this stuff, man. You know how to do it, blah, blah, blah. You love to do it. You sleep and breathe it, blah, blah, blah. I said, this guy was a mortgage banker for 15 years, man. I tell his story. Excuse me. And he became the one. And we built a whole organization, in my opinion, telling his story. And you want to build your organization, you got to tell his story and then find someone on your team whose story you can tell as well. You want to get somebody on your team. Now, I don't just tell his story. I tell his story. I tell Sheila Abrams' story. I tell Willie Sherry Brown's story. I tell Roger Williams' story. Okay? I tell Dr. Steigerwald's story. I tell Shirley Ann Goldberg's story. I tell Tammy's story. I tell all that. Think about what we don't get. I mean, it's great to know all the facts and figures and numbers, how to load your cryptocurrency, how to download your cryptocurrency, how to capture a 35% bonus. All that's great. But what we get paid for, folks, is to telling of stories. Stories sell, facts tell. Facts tell people about the business. Stories sell people on the business. Stories make people committed to the business. In search of the one, you must become a master storyteller. Okay? As boring as it may seem to some, to the facts-oriented people. But the facts-oriented people will learn very quickly that they must become master storytellers. They must infuse some facts in there. But if they want to get commitment out of people, they must learn to tell the story. Because people don't remember the facts, but they will remember the story. They remember, say, this guy, Mike Delco, somebody, I think he was a mortgage banker, and in 103 days he quit his job. That's all they remember. How the company, I'm not sure how the compensation plan worked, but this guy quit his job in 103 days, man. This guy making money. I quit. And his wife don't have a job either. Oh, by the way, they got this guy, Ty Best. He been free for a quarter of a century, man. Oh, my God. I don't know how much money he make. I know he ain't had no job. I don't have a job. And what? Just found out his son, 33 years old, has never even applied for a job. Stories. In search of the one, you must become a master storyteller. And then you must give yourself time for that one to develop. Like I said, I found the one my first 2 weeks in the business. But he didn't develop for 3+ years later. Your one may already be on your team right now. And that one is watching you. They're watching your commitment. They're watching your focus. They're watching what you do. They're watching where you stick with it. And for some of you, you got to stick with it for 3 months. For some of you, it's 6 months. For some of you, it might be a 2-3 year credibility curve before your friends and relatives start to pay attention and say, you know what? That person's serious about this thing. They've been in this thing. Some of you right now, you can, if you're on live stream, just check how many of you had people call you in the last 3-4 months and ask to get started. Or finally said, get me a package. And they've been watching you for a year, 2 years, 3 years. And they said, man, give me a package. Give me a package. Give me a package. Give me a package. Okay, I'm ready to go now. They've been watching you. They don't know how much money you make. They don't know anything. All they know is they've been watching your commitment and your focus. When you come to Let's Go Weekend and you take pictures from Let's Go Weekend, you send it back to your family on Facebook and friends, they say, man, Tanisha's serious about this thing. She goes from Phoenix to Atlanta twice a week to a Let's Go Weekend. What's that all about? They watching on Facebook. They paying attention. Okay? I'm telling you, this is the business. The one may already be on your team. The one may already be there, but they're just sitting there watching you. Or you may still have to find the one. Maybe the one has not gotten it. I believe in my heart the biggest people in this company, in Carabas International, have not got in yet. Somebody said, no, they got it. Let me tell you something. It's taken us 5 years to build this Wealth Builders organization to, let's say, I'm saying my immediate downline. I'm not going to talk about all the people. There's over 100,000 people that plug into Wealth Builders worldwide. But let's say 50,000 plus in my downline. I hate to use the word downline, but I'm trying to communicate. I really say on the team. Okay, I have 50,000 business partners on the team. And that's another thing. Language is important in this thing. I don't like anybody to refer to their downline or my team. The words we want to get out your vocabulary or limit the use of those words as much as you possibly can is my, mine, I, and me. My, mine, I, and me. Just try to, when you start a single I, you know you're about to, there's a good 50% chance you're about to say the wrong thing to somebody on your team, to a business partner. When you say me, I was thinking, let me tell you about my, you're about to say the wrong thing. Okay, I'm planting that in your head. I want you to think about that. You're about to say the wrong thing. So let's say there's 50,000 business partners on the Wealth Builders Worldwide team pay line. Right? Now, you know, I didn't put them all there. Everybody know that, right? Okay. So if I didn't put them all there, that means it's a team effort to create that organization. But it took 5 years to do it. Please hear me out. There are going to be people who get in Carabas this year, and next year this time, they're going to have 50,000 people in their downline on their team, business partners. They're going to people get in Carabas and do what it took us 5 years to do. And I'm excited about the fact. I'm proud about that. I'm excited. But I'm here to tell you, there are going to be people who get on your team right now. Some of you out there in the run, who are in the hunt. And you got some people, some leaders, some other organizations, different people get on your team. And they're going to have 25,000 people down in the next 12 months. They're going to do what Mr. Delk and I took 5 years to do. They're going to do it inside of 12 to 18 months. Because we are at that tipping point, folks, to where we're going to blow this thing to 3, 4, 5 million people in the next 24 months. Okay? I'm going on record saying, I'm claiming, I'm doing everything in my power to make that a reality. When I put that number there, 200,000, man, I got excited. That's one reason why I can't sleep. I'm committed to that number. I can taste. I'm so committed to that number. And look, and based on the December we've had, I'm talking the numbers that have gotten in. Based on the December, believe me, this organization is about to explode. Mr. Delk and I were talking about the day we said we're almost embarrassed to tell people the amount of money we made in December, because I don't care who they are. You talk to anybody, any other network marketing company, they crying through December. They hope somebody buy them vitamins, that skincare that through December. Ain't nobody buying that stuff. They think about shopping. Anybody think about making money? Not in Carabas, man. You guys plowed right through December like it was July, like it was June. Like you, man, look, we after this thing. Money don't sleep, 24/7. We want to get it done. You guys are, when I say you guys are incredible, you just don't even understand it, because you don't have a point of reference. Like, I'm sitting here looking at these numbers and saying, I'm saying to myself, this team, They don't understand how incredibly focused you guys are. You guys are exception to an exception. I haven't seen anything like you since my first 2 years in the business. This kind of focus, this kind of commitment, this kind of relentlessness across the board through December. So the one is out there, and you'll find the one, but you got to have a dream big enough to make you keep going through the obstacles, the hurdles, whatever you got to go through until you find the one. And then let me finish on this thing. I hope I can paint this picture. Mr. Delco, come in, help me do something. I don't know what we got to say, but I hope I can paint this picture. Folks, last Thursday, when Mr. Delco announced that the new enhanced carrot bars compensation plan on steroids is now in effect, I mean, I knew it was going to be good. I knew, because Mr. Harold says, in my 5 years, everything he comes in with, I may not even understand what he's coming with, but man, every time that man comes with an idea, all I know is I make more money. Oh, there's a word I again. Okay, we make more money. But I'm going to talk about I for a minute. Okay, because I'm talking about you got to get the numbers to see what I see. Okay, to see what Sherlan sees, to see what Tammy sees, to see what Mr. Delco sees, to see what people with 5 or 10,000 people on their team see. Man, I mean, from the moment they introduced that thing, I told Mr. Delco, I've got to put together a talk on the intangibles. See, the money for the car, it's only 100 pennies every dollar, folks. You're going to move them around. What Mr. Harold Sykes did was move the dollars around so that more dollars are shared with more people. You've heard me say 1,000 times, networking is about what? It's not about one person doing a lot. It's not about Kevin Thompson being a superstar, Rodney Roach being a superstar, Sheila Abrams being a superstar, Mr. Delco being a superstar, Ty Best being a superstar. Okay, we can only do so much. It's about a lot of people doing a little. As J. Paul Getty said, I'd rather have 1% of 100 people's effort than 100% of my own. Well, that philosophy is infused into this new enhanced compensation. Because by taking that direct commission and saying we're going to pay it 3 levels deep, 10, 3, and 2. Okay, now for those who are VIPs and you're saying, well, yeah, but I used to get 20%. Yeah, that's 20% off of what you did. I'd rather have 10% of what I did and 3% off of what 30, 40, 50 people did and 2% off of what 100 people did. Does that make sense? Okay, man, that's incredible. You won't see that. If you don't have the numbers, you can't see that just yet. You got 25, 30, 50 people on the team. You see a little bit of that. You see a little bit of that. That's great. That's great. But, man, you get 1,000, 500 to 1,000, and all of a sudden you go take you go to work. You had time to do on your computers. They won't let you get on your computer. They won't let you look at your cell phone, okay? Or they won't let you look at it. And then you go out there 3 hours later, and you just made $28. I'm not saying you got it much. I'm saying you just made $28 in direct commissions. Wait a minute. Let me before I go into that. Let's say, and wait a minute. And then if you're a VIP, now with the matching 5% bonus, 7 generations deep. To see if you don't have 7 generations, you ain't excited about that. You can't see it. But for those who already got 500 people on their team or more, they can see it. And what's happening now, watch this. This is an intangible benefit that's going to explode your team. All of a sudden, they go out there every 30 minutes. They done made $5, $10, $4, $8, $12, $16. You say that's not a lot of money. For part-time, if you're at work and you go back and check your numbers 3 hours later, you done made $25 when you at work that morning, I'm going to tell you something. You pumped up. All of a sudden, you can talk to some people. All of a sudden, you start getting some backbone belief in this thing. You go back to work and you get off at 5 o'clock and you take out your cell phone again. You check back the numbers and you made another $48. You go, wait a minute. Whoa. I just made $95 while on my job in this other thing. Okay? And you say, oh my gracious, you get excited. You get turned. I don't care who you are. You can say, I'm not interested. Well, actually, they're going to be some who just, look, if they make money doing it, but if you're out there doing this thing and all of a sudden you look around and this 5%, 7 generations come, you mean that 5%, 7 generations is saying, every time somebody within 7 generations of your team gets a dual payment, you're going to get a 5% commission based on their dual payment. Let me tell you something. Thursday, they said that thing. I've gotten over 400 plus dual team payments in just 4 days. Now, that's not life-changing money, but that's 4 days before Christmas in December. Intangible. You gotta know what you're looking at. You gotta have the experience to look at the whole picture of what's going on here. Not just, well, $400 dual team payment that's only $12. No. It was December, 4 days before Christmas. The thing was announced. And all this activity is taking place right now between now and January. Please listen when I tell you this. Most networking companies right now are praying to God to stay in business to January. They hoping they can survive to January. Okay, because December, people buying Christmas gifts. They spending money buying tennis shoes, toys, and clothes, and Santa Claus, and Christmas trees, and decorations, and wrapping paper going to throw in the trash 5 minutes after they open up in Christmas time. They're going to spend $100 on wrapping paper, then throw it in the trash. I mean, just blowing money. Not Carabal's affairs, of course. Hey, good evening, Mr. Frank Muhammad. Good evening. Assalamu alaikum to you, my brother. Okay, I'm telling you, when January hit, folks, this thing is going to explode. And all those folks on your team who get the little $4 on it, look, $4 don't take a lot of money unless you're broke. See, if you ain't got no money and you look on your MasterCard and there's $22, man, that's some bread, some milk, and some eggs, Jack, for somebody. Okay? Come on, somebody, like Sherry Brown says. You may be beyond that now. You may be beyond that now. But for somebody, look, I come on town when I got a $34 commission check, and that was after 2 years in the business. And about I needed it. It was in between the payday thing and about that $34 check came. I said, oh, God. Ran to the store, man, and got some Oreos and some milk, okay, and some bread and some eggs. And we said, oh, we rolling. Okay. I remember what it's like to need $30, $40, $50. Okay. 5%. 7 generations. Build your team. Build your team. The most important thing you do is go share this business with somebody else. And then, hey, wait a minute now. Now, Mr. Harold Seitz got another plan in store for us. I don't know what it is. Okay. But like I said, I was excited just about the 1, 2.5, and 5 gram car. I've been excited about that for 4 years. And then we come with the cryptocurrency. So between the cryptocurrency, the new enhanced compensation plan, wait a minute, the crypto phone coming out in 3-4 months, the ATM machines coming out, getting paid on transactions, waking up one day and find out I'm a shareholder in the bank. You can't, look, I'm going to quote Crypto Steve. I'm going to be quiet, Mr. Lady. I'm going to open this call up because I done talked. No, I can say tonight, I promise I'm going to talk for 20 minutes. And see, there I go. I just go off. Crypto Steve said it better than anybody I've ever heard it say it in 5. He said it better than Mr. Harold Seitz said it better than I've said it, better than Mr. Delco said it. He said everybody else is out there running the race for first place, and they don't understand. They're not running for first place. They're running for second, third, and fourth because we so far ahead, they don't even know we're in the race. They don't even know they're in a race against us because we so far ahead, they can't even see what we're doing. They don't even know what they're doing. They're out there chasing money. We say, our product's money. They doing their job to get money. They doing their business to get money. They doing everything to get money. We say, our product's money. When you order, 10 cases of that super juice, we just order 10 grams of gold. And we're not ordering to resell it. We order to go in our personal stash to increase our personal net worth. Oh, and by the way, the gold don't rot. It don't spoil. It don't decay. Okay, it only appreciates in value. As the market continues to crash, the gold we have continues to go up. And I've been saving gold for 5 years. Oh, God almighty. How do you compete with that? All roads lead to Carabal's. How does anybody with a logical brain, halfway logical brain, compete with that? Oh, you just got started? Where you do business? We do business in the United States. Well, for a free application with Carabal's, you can do business day one in 120 plus countries. How do they compete with that? Oh, by the way, you got to check us out. Oh, we all been checked out by MasterCard. All our commissions put on private issue MasterCard. Paid every single Friday. By the way, I'm sorry, not paid every single Friday. Paid instantly. We get paid instantly. Do anybody know what I'm saying when I say that? The minute anything happens on your team, you get paid immediately. Go back in your back up and say, I just made $4. I just made $3. Oh, I just made $2.50. Oh, I just made €80. Oh, I just made €6. Oh, I just made... It's right there calculating. The money's dispersed once a week, but it's paid instantly. There ain't no other business, no other job in the world where you get paid instantly. And the money's put on your MasterCard, dispersed weekly. You can see what you're earning hour by hour, minute by minute. And the bigger your team get, look, you said you want to get people plugged in? Let them start making $100 a day. They plugged in. They'll be able to check it every 15 minutes. They'll be on the phone and say, I wonder if I made any money. I wonder if I made any money. That's me. That's me right now. I got to check it. Look, if I go to sleep, the first thing I do, I wake up. I grab the phone. Let me see if I made the money while I was asleep. Click, click, click. And almost every time I have. Something. I don't care if it's $50. It's something. Sometimes it's $50. Sometimes it's $5. Sometimes it's $1,000. I've been asleep for 2 hours. Wake up. I got $1,000 back. I said, man, people don't understand. It's worth whatever you got to do to get VIP done. Number one. So you're getting paid 5%, 7 generations deep. Okay. You're getting a direct commission, 10%, 3%, and 2%. Man, there ain't nothing to touch it. Steve Crypto said what? We so far in first place. People don't even know they running a race. They don't even know the race is gone. They've lost the race. Okay, they not even they out there riding a donkey or driving a car, and we're on a doggone stealth bomber. They don't even see us. They can't even see us. Okay, and we're flying at the speed of sound, at the speed of thought, as Bill Gates said. We're doing business at the speed of thought. But everything is what? Powered and fueled by what? The size of your dream. That's the only thing going to keep you going when all those average thinking people say, that won't work. That's never worked. I've never known about making the money that thing. Blah, blah, blah. All that garbage, man. Just ignore that stuff. Pick up your book and read your book. Okay? Listen to a CD. Okay? Be on the power call. And every time somebody call and say they're not making money, say, you plugged in. Ask them, did you hear the power call today? No, you didn't. Did you hear one yesterday? No, you didn't. Well, that's why you're not making that money. You refuse to plug in. I'm telling you, all the gold directors come out of Let's Go Weekend. All the millions of minutes will come out of Let's Go Weekend. I mean, we may have some rare ones pop up because they bought 10 million coin now. That's the difference kind of story. The ones that build a network. So my goal right now is to be $100,000 plus month income earner, an income millionaire. I mean, I know the coin's there. I'm not even, I know people get upset when I say that. You're not thinking about the coin because you're making money in the program. That's right. And some of you been in for a year since the coin got introduced, and you've been waiting around for the coin when in the past year you could have built your network and be making $4,000, $5,000 a month if you made a commitment to build a network while the coin is doing what it's going to do. The coin's going to, I got no control of the coin. Except make sure it's in my wallet. I got no control over the coin. What I can control is what I do day to day. What you control is what you do day to day, and who you share this thing with, and why the coin is maturing. In the past year, many of you on this call right now could have built you $1,000, $2,000, $3,000, $4,000 a month business if you made a commitment, but you're waiting on the coin. That's your choice. Nothing wrong with that. That's what you choose to do. But in the meantime, there are people who've gotten in the program and got their income to $2,000, $3,000, $4,000, and $5,000 a month in the last 6 months while you're waiting on the coin to mature, to grow, to become whatever. Or you waiting for next July. Man, I got me a million coin next July. That's gonna be worth $400,000. Okay, great. And that's your right. That's your right. If you don't need the money right now and you can sit around and wait for the coin. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Ain't nothing wrong with that. But for those who want some money right now, I like the fact I want my coin to be worth 10, 20, $30 million, $40 million. I hope it goes to $100 million. I got enough coin. If it matures, I hold on to it long enough. Yeah, I could end up being worth $100 million. That's the word I again. Okay? But in the meantime, Jack, my goal is $100,000+ every single month from the Caraboss compensation plan. And I know it's there. I've been so close I can taste it. I know it's there. Woo-hoo-hoo. Enough said, Mr. Laban, I don't know what time is it and how much time we got to open this queue.
Mr. Ty Best, it is past the top of the hour, but I do want to make a quick comment.
It's past 11 o'clock?
It's past 11 o'clock, sir.
Oh, Lord.
This is the last Freedom Call of 2018. And I want you to know, I went back earlier today and I listened to your last Freedom Call of 2017. And this shows your commitment. Because, see, we didn't even have an inkling that the coin was on the horizon last year this time. But your energy, your excitement for freedom and carrot bars being the vehicle rang through on your last Freedom Call of 2017, just like it is on the last Freedom Call of 2018. And I'm here to say we are all better because you and Valerie Beth, and Gabe and Alex came. Back to you.
Hey, thank you, Miss Abram. Thank you very much for that, folks. I'm sorry. I really see. I'm so full of this thing. I don't know what to say. You could have told me I just talked for an hour, Miss Abram. If you hadn't said, I'm thinking I maybe talk for 30 minutes. I've been going on for an hour. I need to go get some rest. Okay, folks. I guess I'm just trying to thank you, Miss Abram, for that message, and thank you for. Go back, folks, and hear all the calls in the archive. Not just me. Listen to everybody. Listen. That's why I like to hear everybody talk. Let me tell you something. This thing is so powerful. I want you to have it. Because, see, like I said, I'm not impressed with me. I'm just not. Okay? I know I'll go to work, and I will work it. And I'm fortunate. I love to do it. So, and I like people. I really do genuinely love people. I mean, genuinely, I hurt when people hurt. I have pain when people have pain. And I keep telling folks, for the last year and a half or so, I haven't been myself. Man, I'm feeling it right now. Okay, you have no idea. I feel strong. I'm driving. I can get in and out of the car, run down the stairs. Man, I'm running like I'm acting like I'm 40, 45 years old again. I feel that good. I already got meetings booked. Now, I don't like to do a whole lot of meetings. I got meetings booked for every week in January already. I'm going somewhere every doggone weekend in January. I got a meeting booked. I'm going after that 200,000 people. I want to help you get. That means your group should go 4 times the size. Mine's going to go 4 times the size. That means your team should go 4 times the size it is. And so, Ms. Abram, look, I don't want to prolong this call, folks. Maybe 1 or 2. Ms. I don't know if somebody rushed into the queue real quick. We'll take 1 or 2. Then I'm going to let you go. I might stay on Facebook for a while. Huh? What you say, Ms. Abram?
Nope, opened it up. First 2 or 3 leaders, you're going to be live. It takes a minute for the queue to populate.
Yep.
But we are definitely going to welcome the. Here we go, Mr. Bell.
All right. Hello, James Marsh and Dan Ship. Good evening. First call in queue. You're live.
Good evening, Mr. Best. This is Sonia Anthony Townsend in Lansing, Michigan. Definitely enjoyed your call this evening, sir. Thank you for all you do, all your wisdom that you're pouring into all of us on a daily basis. And this is definitely special with it being the end of the year. And everything that you have said has happened. And we're just continuing to dream and build larger dreams so that we can reach our goals and make a difference in the world. Thank you, sir. Have a great evening.
Thank you, Ms. Towns. Thank you very much, and thank you for your commitment. And you're here all the time on every power call, on everything. Thank you and Greg McKay, what you guys are doing up there in Michigan, out there in the Midwest. I mean, the Midwest is so wide open. I mean, I think about that's the only meeting I know of taking place in all of the Midwest, and that's a network marketing hub. And that's it's what you guys are doing up there, man. It blows my mind. So anyway, next call in queue. You live?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Good evening, Dr. Patrice. I'm going to be real brief. I wanted to thank you for all of your leadership for this year, 2018, definitely with these freedom calls. Tonight, when you started just sharing your vivid vision for the dream, even just for your home, from the helipad to the pool, I was really feeling the pool.
Hey.
I was like, goodness, how can you be that detailed when it comes to seeing a vision? It has to do with all the practice and experience in the years that you've been doing. So I just wanted to just thank you tonight on behalf of the Gordon household. Back to you, sir.
Oh, thank you, guys. And look, I didn't go into that. I can go into some real detail about that pool. It's going to be an Olympic-sized pool. I'm not talking about a little baby pool. I'm talking about Olympic-sized pools, chairs all around. So when I have a pool party and bring all the Gold Direct Elites to the house, so we're having a pool party about 100 short. Going to be people. I mean, you can have it in the middle of the winter. We're having a pool party in January, and the pool's heated, the jacuzzi's fired, the steam room's fired up. Man, whew, I get goosebumps just thinking about it. Anyway, but hey, next call in queue.
Good evening, Mr. Best.
Good evening.
This is Sharon and Ronald Vicks calling out of Atlanta, Georgia. Mr. Best, you have no idea what that freedom call tonight has done for us as we are transitioning to another level, particularly because of Carrie Boris and definitely because of your inspiration
and encouraging us to just move forward with this thing. And I just want to thank you because you really have inspired us. And thank you so much.
Well, I want to thank you. Go ahead, Mr. Vic.
I just wanted to let you know we love you. We all family. We really appreciate all that you do for us and inspire us to keep on going, to see our dream. And my dream has gotten even larger. It has you where you can't sleep.
Well, and look, I love you guys too, and congratulations on that freedom party you about to have. And I'm gonna tell you something. It's something about when you get free. I was chatting with Mr. Delco that once you get free, you ain't never looking back. And I was talking. I don't know. Maybe it was Mr. Delco. I was talking with somebody this afternoon, and I said, look, I've been through some things in the 23 years I've been free. But let me tell you, no matter what I've been through, not one time have I ever thought, boy, I wish I kept my job. I'm telling you, it's not one time. I don't mean a twinkling of a thought. I don't care what I've been through. I've never thought, boy, I wish I kept my job.
That's where I am, Mr. Bass. I'm just, it's over. I'm somewhere else now.
Yep.
I've been awakened. I mean, you know, they say stay woke. Well, I was never woke. I'm woke now.
Hey, that's what happens. You get to that place, your brain, your mind is too big to be held by anybody's job. You just can't. You see the world too big. You see yourself too big. You see your potential too big. Okay? Yeah. And you do what you got to do. But you get so creative, you realize, wait a minute, I could have been left my job. I could have been figured out how to make $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 a month. It's not that hard. Not with all this technology today. So, okay, with that in mind, I'm going to take one more person in the queue, and then we'll call out here. Hey, good evening, Mr. Jamil Muhammad, Minister Jamil Muhammad, James Marshall, some of the folks who joined us, Robert Hagwood, I got you. Might have already gone in the mail. I think I sent them all out. We're caught up now. We're carrying again. So, last caller in queue. Let's take one more. And I'm going to stay on Facebook Live for a little while and chit-chat a little bit more since this is the last call of this year. Thank you, Ms. Abel, for reminding me. One more call in the queue. Let's go. You're live.
Norfolk, Virginia.
Hey, how you doing?
I'm doing great. This has been the best Christmas present. I want to let you know. Next month I'll be 85, and that'll be the birthday present I had. So I love you. Just thank you for sharing. Let me get out so you can get some rest.
Hey, thank you.
I'll be on the phone in the morning.
Hey, thank you very much. And look, folks, look, that's again the power of carry bars from 18 to 85. And we got some folks in the business that are 90 plus, by the way. But and when I say she's 85, she's a spry 85. She coming to every look. I try to get her to stay home right here in Virginia. I don't care if I'm doing a meeting in Elizabeth City or Newport News or Hampton. I can't get her to stay home. She's 85 years running the highway, running the streets, chasing this thing. You're never too mature to dream. Hey, look, God bless everybody for joining us on the Freedom Call. I'm going to stay on the live stream for a few minutes. But those who are on the conference call line, I want to let you guys go and let Miss Sheila Abram go. And I want to thank Miss Sheila Abram for all that she does, not just for me, but for the whole team, for helping all these folks who've been calling, working on getting that 35% bonus stuff done. All this stuff is incredible. Of course, I always got to say kudos to Mr. Delco and Manisha Delco for all they're doing. And by the way, you guys don't know it, but every day I talk to, they're behind the scenes right now working on Let's Go Weekend. That's why we've done, this will be number 8. Everyone is better than the last one. I don't know the magic. I don't know how they do it. I don't know what vision God gives them to put it all together. But everyone has been better than the one before. Okay? And I don't know how they said, man, I don't know how you're going to top this one. But we figured out. They figured out. I just saw to show up. Okay? And help promote the event. I'm going to tell you, leaders come out of that thing. Your multimedia as your team come out of Let's Go Weekend. Thank you, Mr. Kevin Thompson, Team Freedom, Rodney Roach, Team Union up there, all those folks. Team Audacity, I know you're in the house. The team up Michigan, you guys in the house. Team down in Houston, Texas. All the teams all across America, man. Look, all across the world. Excuse me. See, that's my limited thinking again. America, we're all across the world. Hey, Mr. Grady Holcomb, Mr. Glenn Perkins, Team Audacity. Thank all you guys. Thank you, Miss Cheryl Quarterman. Thank again, once again, Miss Sheila Abram, her and her son, Mr. Stephen Morris, for all you guys are doing, for all the team, Mr. Rodney Berger, cannot be emphasized enough. All the folks he's helping. And by the way, for those who are trying to get their packages and things done, please be patient and understand that, you know, we're talking about a handful of people. Crypto Steve, they're helping everybody across everybody. You've never seen a team like this working diligently to help people in their downline, cross line, anywhere, get that 35% done. I don't care if it's 500 more coins, get it done. Don't think it's a little bit because, well, it's only 400 coins I'm going to get for free because I didn't have a chance to get them. 400 coins times $1 is $400. 400 coins times $10 is $4,000. 400 coins times $100. You just had $400,000 you might have let slip through your hands. Don't do it. Get every dime that Mr. Harold Sykes is putting on the table for this team to get. It's yours. He wants you to have it. He wants you out of debt. And most people, all you carry is probably $20,000 to $30,000 in debt outside of a mortgage and a car note. You might be carrying anywhere from $10,000 to $20,000 in debt. And all you do is build your carry bars, but you be out of debt in 6 months. Not a big deal. And anybody can do it. God bless. Okay. And have a happy new year to everyone. See you again on a Freedom Call in 2019. Get your dream in 2019. God bless and bye-bye. Those on Facebook Live still, and I'll be on for a little bit longer. I don't know what to talk about, but I'll stay on for a little bit longer with you guys. Okay?
Q&A session is over.
Thank you, Miss Abram. Bye-bye. Good night. Look, folks, on Facebook, thank you. My battery's about to go on, so I'm not going to be up here long anyway. Okay? You say I haven't shaved anything. Look, my eyes look like I need some rest. I do. I'm sleeping 3-4 hours a night, and then the phone ring. And right now, I think I said on the call today, the greatest leader will be the greatest server. And I think the biggest thing we can do now is be there for our team. When they make that 3-way call, they got that price on the phone, man, we got to be there to help them. We got to do everything we can to be there to help them right now. Okay, and right now, people are coming out of the woodwork. They're looking for carry bars. We do have what people want. Once they see it, you can't stop them. As Mr. Delco keeps reminding us, we're the only company I've ever been in. Only one I know of got $1 million package. And I look, and there will be people going back there buying. As this credibility continues to expand and people start to realize, oh my gracious, people going to be back there buying $50,000, $100,000, $500,000 packages. And yes, 2019 will be the year of manifestation. Okay, we built invisible wealth for the last 5 years. Okay, 2019, we coming out the closet with the wealth. They're going to say, hey, materialists. No, we're not materialists. We're wealth conscious. Don't go out and stretch yourself and do some crazy stuff. But, yeah, some of you going to have so much money. So what, if you go out and put $50,000 on the car, you still got $1 million, $2 million left in the account. So you just go do what you want to do. Okay? Or maybe just want to stack up the money. I'm not into cars and things right now. I done all that kind of stuff, man. I like counting it. I like counting and chasing and getting it more than I like spending it. Okay? I done had a good time spending it back in my 30s and 40s. Okay? I want to have it. I like having it. Okay? Okay, I like spending some of it too, man. I did a few things at Christmas time, but not much damage. Okay? For Christmas, I think I bought Val a book and Alexander a book. That's right. I bought Val a book for Christmas. A book. Okay? Becoming Michelle Obama. A book. I bought Alexander a book. The Photographic History of 8 Years in the White House. President Obama. A book. Okay? Now, Valerie, of course, got the kids. I hate to say kids. I got 2 grown men here. 133, 118. Val bought my son some other stuff. But really wasn't that much stuff because we just got, they like books. She bought Alice maybe 4 or 5 books and gave some books and some other stuff. Man, we're about chasing the dream. How many people can we help get that dream? Val is doing everything she can right now to be in good health because this organization has never gotten what I say the full experience of Valerie's, the full benefits of Valerie's experience as a woman building this business for the last 35 years, especially for the first 20. Because the first 20, she was in the trenches. I mean, she was doing stuff that we physically, the stuff we did in 1983 to 1993, we couldn't physically do today if we wanted to do it. We just couldn't even be in the business. Okay? Because physically, we could not do. It was so demanding physically, the driving, the time, the lifting up products, taking them out the car, putting the board, these in the car, putting them out the car. All that stuff was physically demanding on a whole nother level. Okay? And we burnt it 5 and 6 nights a week doing that. You don't have to do that here today. Carrot Bars, Mr. Harold Sykes is a genius what he's put together. And I kept saying, God, there's got to be some company. I know I wasn't in a position to start, so there's got to be some company that's going to harness the full power of this internet. some company somewhere is going to do this. Okay? I didn't know who it was, but I knew some company was going to do it. And that company is Carabout's International. They've harnessed the full power. Okay, we can do business in 120, probably 130, 140 countries right now. I don't even know how many right now. Okay? All over the world. From a free application, maybe buy you a package, you can get paid now 5 times a month. What's there to think about? Whew. This couldn't even exist 10 years ago. That's why we're so far ahead of the pack. So, folks, I didn't have a lot more to say. Look, I thank you guys. I mean it from the bottom of my heart for being here. And join us on this live stream. Share with everybody you can. I hope they get something out of it. I want to say Happy New Year. We'll talk to you in 2019. I'm trying to think, is there anything else I want to add or say or any other comments? I don't think so. So with that in mind, I'm going to say everybody, please go have a good night. See you on the power call tomorrow morning at 10:45. And as we always say, to God be the glory. Dream big and don't let anybody steal your dream. Everybody have a good night. Bye-bye. Good night now.